Hey, B2B brands and marketing leaders out there. What if I told you there's a more different way that you can connect with your customers, not with just telling facts and using sales persuasion, but by embracing fiction. You can tell stories that are not nonfiction stories, but fictional stories in the form of books, in the form of podcasts, both video and audio. So let's talk about the strategy and how you can use it to engage with your audience and how other brands are doing the same. So we all know story is a buzzword, and story is one of the most effective ways for thousands of years that us as humans have connected with each other, both in the form of simple storytelling with how we communicate with our hands, with our body language, with our voice, with our language, with art. And so stories have a way to connect and engage, but of course, sell. So when it comes to your own marketing in the B2B space, a lot of brands out there are not really tapping into a tremendous opportunity that other brands are using for using media and entertainment as their main product that they're selling. When you're in the B2B space, you may not think of using fiction storytelling to actually engage your audience with story. But guess what? A way to stand out. We all know that standing out in marketing is one of the best ways to build an audience and to be different, which different is a key word. You want to be able to stand out and be different than everyone else in the competitive, now with AI and so much technology and so much crowded people and competitors and brands in the marketplace. It's important to stand out now more than ever, and being different is how you can do this. One of the best ways that you can be different is by focusing on fictional storytelling. Now, this is not just simply using fake stories that are not real, to tell to your customers, to persuade them to buy your products or services, but it's a way to break down more maybe complex ideas and concepts in a more understandable, engaging way that allows you to not just use industry words that can go over some people's heads, but using more everyday words and relatable stories. This is how you can communicate use cases. So for example, let's say you are selling a software, and to communicate the effectiveness of this software, you use an everyday story like a fictional story of someone going to the grocery store and buying products at the store, or using another use case of your target audience of someone who's going on vacation and what that experience looks like. It's not like you're going to tell stories of superheroes per se, although you could, or fantastical stories that may not be grounded in reality, but you can still find ways to craft stories that are interesting and can help make more complex ideas feel more relatable and approachable for your target audience. It's also a way to connect at a deeper emotional level where, sure, real case studies is where you want to focus on first, but second to that is creating analogies and metaphors and relatable stories, fictional stories, to really relate with and evoke the right emotions out of your customers. So imagine a cybersecurity company creating a short story about a fictional company called maybe Tech Haven, which narrowly avoids a major data breach by using the company's software. It's creative, it's engaging, and it showcases value without feeling super salesy. This is how you break through the noise. So in a time where B2B decision makers are inundated with white papers, webinars, something that's super salesy, to be honest, storytelling with fiction gives your brand a unique voice and a unique edge, where these stories that you can develop yourself, maybe you tap into some AI to help develop these stories, allows you to not make it feel like you're delivering another sales pitch, but you can create an ongoing series of episodes that allow you to still communicate about your brand. Maybe your brand is the name of the show, maybe it's the name of the episode, maybe it's a sponsor, maybe it's a character in the story, or maybe people find it through other ways. But this is how you can build an engaged audience with your target audience. And fiction is an incredible way to actually stand out and be different. Now, one cool way that I've seen B2B brands use fictional characters is they use these characters to humanize their services or their products. So another software company may have created a character called Alex the IT hero to guide customers through their software solutions, presenting challenges and victories that real IT professionals can relate to. Or a logistics company built a fictional series about the adventures of Sarah, the supply chain manager, making an otherwise dry topic more engaging and relatable. Now, consider some of these tips for using fiction in your B2B marketing. First, identify your audience's pain points. Understand your audience deeply, so understand what their goals, their fears, their challenges are. These form the basis of your fictional story. Then create relatable characters. This is where you can develop characters that reflect your audience's roles or challenges. So for example, a fictional CEO navigating digital transformation can be the centerpiece of your narrative. Then you want to build a compelling plot. So follow the classic hero's journey or story arc where you introduce a problem, create tension, and offer resolution that ties to your brand solution. Then use media. So bring your story alive with videos, infographics, podcasts, and even serialized blog posts. Then tie back to your brand. Ensure the story in a subtle way highlights your product or service's value without feeling like a straight ad. Remember this, in an age where B2B decision makers are inundated with white papers and webinars, fiction storytelling gives your brand a unique voice. And fiction is a way that you can be different and stand out because no one else can use those stories that you develop yourselves in-house or with a creative partner like Content Supply. If you're looking to invest in fiction storytelling in your marketing and then produce content like video series, podcasts, white papers, graphic novels, then Content Supply can become your content partner, where we expand your team's capabilities and produce this fiction storytelling series to show different use cases and to allow your audience to connect to characters that feel relatable and engaging, and it doesn't feel so salesy. And it becomes a serialized, episodic experience for your customers to find you interesting, different, and a way that you can connect with them so that way you can build your brand and truly become a media company. So think of a fictional story for yourself that could reflect your brand's core message, and then share it in the comments down below. I'm excited to hear what your creative ideas are. So what do you think? Would you enjoy engaging with more fictional content from B2B brands versus just another sales pitch? Here are a few more fictional story ideas that podcasts have used. So there's the podcast Murder in HR, a murder mystery set in a toxic HR department of a tech company. The protagonist, a 30-year-old HR professional, discovers the company is a front for an assassin business, adding thrilling twist. So this story emphasizes turning toxic workplaces into a healthy one. And then there's the Hacker Chronicles. This chronicles the journey of a woman who turns to the dark web and hacks into a massive food conglomerate, integrating cybersecurity themes into a compelling fictional narrative. And then another fictional story series is Scam Hunters. A disgraced chief information security officer helps a journalist investigate scams targeting terminally ill patients, blending suspense with real-world relevance. Now, here are some innovative uses of fiction in B2B marketing. Fictional podcasts can attract niche audiences by weaving insider jokes, relevant themes into stories. These types of series can appeal to broader audiences while addressing the professional lives and challenges of the target demographic. Here's a few more examples of B2B content ideas. There's workplace whodunits. So you can create a fictional office mystery showcasing the brand's solutions in a subtle way. And then there's the business thriller. This is where you can try highlighting cybersecurity or compliance by dramatizing real-world scenarios such as data breaches or fraud investigations. And then inspirational dramas. So this is where stories of underdog employees overcome challenges using innovative tools or platforms. Now let's talk about how you can benefit as a brand by using fictional storytelling in your content. The first benefit is that it builds engagement. Audiences are more likely to complete episodes or seasons of compelling narratives. Now, you don't have to go do Hollywood-level TV show or movie episodes, but you can make it shot from phone, from around your offices. Do an episodic sit-down, story-based podcast series. You can partner with an agency like Content Supply to do the right approach for you. Another benefit is that it creates emotional connection. So stories resonate with listeners on a more personal level, making brands more memorable. It also attracts diverse audiences. Stories appeal to professionals and their families, fostering discussions about work-life themes. It also expands your creativity. So when you can develop an interconnected story universe, do some world building with cross-platform storytelling from podcasts to maybe even feature films for your brand, you can include the audience in the process. Think about it. You can include your audience like with doing the choose your own adventure type formats or more interactive storytelling tied to your brand's offerings, and then connect all your content on your own platform. No longer do you have to, say, rely on Amazon Prime or Netflix or YouTube, but build your own content distribution network to host and distribute all of your episodic content, be that audio-based, video-based, what have you. And in doing so, you can direct all traffic and attention to that platform that you can fully own and operate and collect leads from, build a community around, and then that sale of your product or service will become a natural next step after someone loves engaging with your brand through fiction-based storytelling. So to recap, fiction can appeal to both niche and broad audiences by blending relatable workplace elements with unexpected twists and story beats. It can also be a high-quality, serialized way to tell a story and position your brand as innovative, entertaining, and relatable. So would you enjoy engaging with fictional content from B2B brands? Let us know down below. Again, let me know what you think and how your brand can start to develop ideas and use fiction-based storytelling in your branding and your marketing efforts, all to help you become a media company. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.